When the NBA 2K20 trailers and blogs came out with all the new features and additions, it had us all excited. And some of them kept that level of excitement to date, while others have been a complete bust. So I'm going to go over a few of the best and worst features introduced in NBA 2K20. So alright, let's get it. Now the best addition in my opinion was them adding a quick play call screen. In 2K19 it would have dynamic plays here and two other options. But what 2K20 did was give you a laundry list of some of the most basic actions in basketball at your disposal. You can run a floppy, tell somebody to throw you a screen, have them throw a screen for somebody else, give and go, all that good stuff. But it got even better because this play call screen is customizable in the offensive settings menu, allowing you to switch those presets out for your favorite team's plays if you wish, where you can even assign your best players these plays, so in a 2-button press, you're running your favorite pick and roll with James Harden. The convenience and customizability of this feature has been awesome. When the WNBA was announced to be in 2K20 during the summer, the reception was mixed, with the vocal minority getting their trolling on, which was to be expected. But in the end, it's just giving something a fan of the WNBA or interested casuals another mode to play. Sadly, I think it fell by the wayside after 2 or 3 weeks with majority of people. But with the amount of detail they put into this, considering it was their first go around and having a season mode, which NBA Live didn't even have in 2 years, I'm curious if they will expand on it for the next 2K, or would they feel their resources are better spent elsewhere. Maybe minor, but the customization of jersey, accessory colors, and offline game modes and Play Now Online took another page from NBA Live here. And I don't care, I love having access to every color the team acknowledges in their color scheme as an option. Now, how they did the badge system this year is addicting, as in I'm constantly readjusting badge levels or testing out new stuff all willy-nilly, which has been a welcome addition. And the rate at which you get badges, or badge upgrades I should say, has made me play way more of my player computer games where I'm using badges that were so hard to get in previous years. And lastly on my great additions list was the mechanic I was super excited about when we first read about it in the blogs. Basically, the whole thought process was slashes don't get to run in a straight line and lay it up. They bob and weave through traffic sometimes, and that's what 2K wanted to do, making layups fully branchable. Remember last year where we could transition from a layup gathering to a dunk? Now both dunks and layups got love. While sometimes it will work as intended, and I'm sitting here happy as pie I just pulled that off, too many times situations like this happen and you wonder what the definition of a travel call is. While wonky at times, this could be amazing once they work out the small kinks. Now let's talk about some of the not so great additions. This year much was made about the change into dribbling as we knew it in 2K, as the left stick became a lot more useful to dribble with. Also was the changing up of the size up mechanic, allowing you to chain standing dribble moves together in a cleaner and more realistic way. But with all the changes, what dribbling all boiled down to was a behind the back fest for every possible situation. And since its removal, dribbling hasn't been as fun, especially with the super badges introduced this year. With the addition of seemingly 152 new badges, with some basically being renamed from ones of 2K Past, there were some that have done more harm than good, screwing good offensive and defensive players over more than ever just because he has a certain badge equipped against you. The effects badges like Intimidator has had on offense is well noted, and even stuff like Bailout, literally bailing people out of bad shot attempts, have been frustrating. Now they took another page from NBA Live with the read and react system that indicated to the defender where the ball handler was heading, and a certain badge gives you earlier cues to this as well. But it's something that in my opinion was much better to rely on in NBA Live than 2K. And players are for the better defending the ball handler straight up, simply moving your feet and anticipating the direction, while the ball handler getting repetitive with his moves, or simply just beating them to a spot, leaving it as a strictly CPU type thing where I don't feel it's even necessary there. They ruined the mode this year. Leaderboard mode I'm sure people enjoy, but no. You can't customize anything, you need action points to wash your face, boring and too complicated now. Please go back to how it used to be. Even last year's was a nice change up, but still good. And lastly, the neighborhood. We got additions like Frisbee Golf, weather changes, and Formula 1 cars, but all were probably at the bottom of the list. Actually, the weather change is cool. Of things people wanted improving. Not a fan of still being in the same area as before. Something like a mix of the affiliations would have been cool. You know, they all had different venues. Maybe I'm asking too much on that one though. But with that, what do you guys think of the new additions that were introduced in 2K20? What have been some of the best for you, and what are those you have not been a fan of? Let me know in the comments down below. And stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more NBA 2K20 content. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching, and be good, y'all.